God bless you, beautiful people. Wow. Can you believe that it is the 17th of January? Personally, I cannot. Okay. Um now I am doing this a live stream. It's my first live stream of 2022, and I'm having to do it from my phone because my studio is still being set up and I'm still working on my internet connection for live streaming. So I almost did it. I almost did not come on tonight. But I was talking to my mom last week and I was telling her, I was like, Mom, I don't have my stuff set up, but I'm still gonna pop on and at least, show my face, let everybody know. She was like, good, good, we need that. Good, good, we need that. And so in preparation for tonight, I just wanted to share with you, and for those of you who are watching the replay, I want to say thank you so much and God bless you. Uh, I just wanted to share with you something that I have actually been talking to myself about a lot, and something that the Lord just really impressed upon me, especially for this year. And for those of you who were with me last year, you saw God come in and swiftly move in my life. And when I say swiftly move, I mean like Speedy Gonzalez plus Road Runner all in one. It was just like meet me, pew, like everything just took off when it came to my the move and relocating and everything. And there's been a lot that has happened actually since then. I must say there's been a lot that's happened since then, and everything just really the "Hey, mom, I was just talking about you." The transition process actually was traumatic, okay? The transition process was traumatic. Um, no matter how much of a blessing it was still traumatic. Anytime you quickly shift and move from one dynamic to another, and it's outside of your control. Like, I mean, everything is just outside of your control. You have no idea whether you're coming or you're going. I mean, it's just everything is just really crazy. That can be a traumatic experience. And there were several times that I found myself sitting in this beautiful season of transition, wondering how in the world everything has happened so fast. And I had to be very, very careful with the words that I was speaking. So oftentimes I would actually say nothing. I would just be quiet. I would just be quiet. And but the thing is, I was careful not to complain with my mouth. Mm, you hear me? You feel me? You feel me where I'm going with this? Okay. I was careful not to complain with my mouth, but the Holy Spirit was like, but you're still complaining in your heart. A complaint is a complaint, whether it's audible or internal. A complaint is a complaint. And I had to, I honestly, I had to pray. I had to say, God, please help me to not complain. Please help me to not sit here in this beautiful season of transition. Okay. And beautiful doesn't mean that it's perfect. I mean, it's been a little rocky. Okay. But you have me in this beautiful season of transition. And here I am. I'm still complaining on the inside, making sure that my words don't seep out, that the complaints don't seep out into my words, because oh, then you just open up a whole new can of worms. And so I prayed and I was like, God, help me to not complain internally, because either way you still hear it. And so I started I started saying, God, why is there so much trauma involved with this transition? And uh he reminded me of there was this, it was a long time ago, but there was this study that talked about how when babies are born, that's actually trauma. We think about the birth of a child as something that's very beautiful, no matter the pain that a woman goes through. And I haven't been blessed to have children yet, but prayerfully in the future I will, and I will get to experience this firsthand. But there's trauma that happens to a child when they are born. They are going, they're shifting from one environment, being incubated for 9 months, to, this outside world, new dynamics, new environment, new, new surfaces, new everything around them. And yet it's still a new start. It's still a beautiful thing, no matter how traumatic the transition. And that's just what God has been like showing me. He's like, listen, yes, it's been a trial. You didn't shed a couple of tears, stressed out a little bit and all of that. But you have to remember the power of your words. If you keep talking about how 2021 is trying to still follow you and attack you into 2022, then that's what you're going to see. But if you decree and declare that you will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living here in 2022, no matter what has happened prior to, then that's what you're going to see. And you got to mean it. You got to mean it. And so he just reminded me over the past couple of days that words matter. Words matter. The our words, what we say, they truly do matter. The circumstances with which we find ourselves in, we usually find ourselves in those situations and circumstances on account of words that we've spoken. This can be positive and this also can be negative. Because if you find yourself in negative situations and you can trace it back to a word, then I'm gonna tell you what I've said in the past. Replace it. Pluck up those seeds that you've sown of negative words, negativity, and begin to speak positivity. Speak life back out into that situation so that you can see the opposite of what you've been seeing. Or you could just take it from the approach of be careful with what you say in the first place. This one is actually harder. It is much harder than we give ourselves credit for. Like it's very, very challenging to make sure that you watch the words that come out of your mouth. And so that's what I've had to do. That's what I've had to do. I've had to say, listen, I know that this is we done dealt with some stuff, okay? We done dealt with some things coming into this, and but I kept my peace as much as possible. And you know what? There were times and situations when I wanted to lash out, but all I could do was just sit back, and I may have cried. I may have cried because I was so cautious of the words that wanted to come out of my mouth. I said, "No. Mm-mm-mm. I have not come this far to allow words of negativity, words of defeat, words of doubt, any of those things happen within my in just the initiation of being in this new environment, this new city, this new chapter, this new season." And that's what the enemy wanted to do. He wanted to intimidate me into speaking negativity instead of speaking positively over everything that was happening. And I just want to tell you that when you pass that test, there may be another test that follows. Because the enemy be like, okay, well, you got me on that one, but let me see if I can up it a little bit more. Let me get you to doubt God in this area, doubt God in that area, to make you question whether or not you are making the right decisions. Remember, the very last live stream that I did with you all in 2021 was the dangers of playing small. And I want to tell you right now that there are dangers in speaking small as well. Even after you move forward, even after you move forward into the beautiful things that God has for you, and you start speaking small, you you don't even have to play small if you speak small, because if you speak small, then you're just going to be small. That's what's going to manifest. And so you have to, oh honey, you got to be careful. And I'm telling you this because I've been living it. I've been living it, and y'all know I'm not going to come to you and talk to you about something I haven't lived. Gotta be careful with speaking small as well. And you gotta be careful about um speaking the old season. You gotta speak the new season. You remember last year in 2021, I did a live stream talking about speak the season. You gotta speak the right season. And so I just wanted to remind you, like I said, this is a quick and powerful live stream on today. Um, prayerfully, no, not prayerfully, next week, okay? Next week, my studio, I'm calling it my creator suite because this time God has blessed me with both an office and a studio in a separate room. Uh, and the blessing that God has given me with this home, I'm going to share it with you next week. Or I think I have some, actually, I think I have a different talk that's planned next week. So let me tell you what happened. I hope this still ends up being quick because y'all know once I start sharing y'all stories and stuff, then it's not as quick as I said it would be. It's not as quick as I said it would be. But okay, so God blessed me with this home in this apartment. Now you all, let me tell you, I moved cities, officially finished my last semester at my former university. I'm still working at another university, but it's not here. It's actually back in my other city. That was a blessing from the Lord that I was able to continue on with that contract part time. But it's online. So amen for that. I am starting a new chapter as an entrepreneur. Mm. Mm. Yes, as an entrepreneur, and I have Chinese business partners, and then I also have my own business as well. So we have multiple business endeavors that we are going after this year in 2022, and that's part of the no longer playing small. Part of the no longer playing small. And so in the whole process of moving here, my one of my Chinese business partners, she lives here in the city, and so she was helping me search for an apartment. And the apartment that I had my eyes set on, and from the videos and the photos, everything looked like it was great. I'm like, oh, that's the one that God has for me. I put a deposit down on it, honey. We were ready. Never mind the turmoil that I had to deal with just to get my belongings here. And all of the money, all of the money that went out into getting my stuff here. Money I ain't even have went into getting my things here. Thankfully, we got them here. Um, but the apartment, when I came, I was the last day of the year. I came here. Uh, y'all, the apartment was trash. Trash. Now, when I say trash, I mean trash. Like with a capital trash. It was ugly. It looked very dilapidated. I was like, this does not look like the video that you showed me. This does not look like the video call that we had when you walked me through, when you did the tour, the virtual tour. Like, this does not look like the photos, honey. This doesn't look like anything. This looks terrible. It looks terrible. And I kept standing there and I was like, but God, you told me that this was the place. Like, you had this place for me. Did I hear you wrong? Like, what? Did I hear you wrong? I mean, what's going on? And I get in a place and I'm really trying to make the best of it. In my mind, I'm like, okay, how can I make this work? How can I make this work? And I'm looking at everything. And I'm like, how can I make this work? And I'm like, God, my creative juices aren't flowing. How can I make this work? And my business partner says to me, she said, what do you want to do? I said, give my money back. I can't stay here. She said, do you have another plan? I said, no, but it can't be this place. This place is not it. I could not find a way to make that place work. I couldn't find a way to make it work. I said, no, this is not it. And so she said, okay. Oh, I have someone I can call. I said, all right. She said, let's go. You want to go see some other apartments? I said, I have to, because I'm not gonna go back and stay at the hotel and waste money for that. Like, come on, let's. So we went apartment hunting. This was early in the morning, the last day of the year. Early in the morning, last day of the year, December 31st. And so we went to see about eight different apartments. And I finally came to the one that I felt like, okay, this one has the most potential out of all of them. We got some work we got to do to it, but I can see the potential in this one. I can see the potential in this one. And so I moved in. Never mind all the challenges and the difficulties that I had to go from that other address to this one, because I had some. Okay. Never mind that. all of these other things. It was just crazy going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally got in. Uh, had had to deal with some situations even in this place, but I still saw the potential. And I started building on that. But y'all, the first 2 weeks, I've been here now for a little more than 2 weeks. Okay. This is the 17th. So I've been here for 2 weeks and 3 days, 2 days. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm starting to fall in love with my place because it's starting to look like my home. It's starting to feel like home for me. But in the process of all of this, do you know how many times I had to cast down all of those thoughts that, see, you have your place, your last place was perfect. Like you built that place, you transformed that place, you designed and decorated that place to feel like home, and now you're having to do it all over again. And if it wasn't for the university, I mean, just the enemy wanted to cast blame and shift blame on everybody. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute now. This is a blessing because every single thing that the enemy meant for evil, God literally flipped it around in 2021 and made it work for my good. You guys saw that. We are witnesses of that. And so I'm like, I'm not allowing 2022 to blame 2021 for my blessing. No, God gets the credit for that. We're not blaming. We're not blaming this year. We're going to edify. We're going to make sure that God gets the glory. And so while I was cleaning though, and while I was, oh Lord have mercy, y'all. I've been cleaning this place I cleaned this place probably for about 12 days straight. That's the previous tenants before me. I don't know what they did. I don't know what country they're from, but this place was nasty, filthy nasty. Yet I still moved in because I saw the potential. I saw the potential. And when I tell y'all this place is, once I finish with it, I'll show you. I have been taking a lot of videos and things for my Doctor the Explorer page because that's the one for me living abroad. But I cannot wait to show you what my creator suite is going to be looking like, and what my live stream and all of that stuff. I look forward to all of that. But I moved here for one place. And when I finally got here, it looked nothing like what I saw. It looked nothing like what I thought. It was something totally different. And within a matter of hours, God gave me something much, much better and cheaper. Y'all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I don't know. I don't know what, how, or why, except for God. But the place that I'm living in right now, I was super excited about the other place because it was cheaper than my place in Dalian. And this place is cheaper than the other. And this is bigger than the one that I moved here for. And God was like, see, look, you came here for one, but I gave you better in 2022. And you just gotta watch what you say. Your words really, really matter. You gotta watch what you say because 2022 could be the year for us where what we thought we were coming to one place or to one season for, what we thought we were coming into ministry for, what we thought we were coming to work for, what we thought we were starting business for, or what we thought we would, be evangelizing for, what we thought we would be sowing into lives to the lives of other people for, what we thought we'd be starting a YouTube channel for, or whatever, a blog, whatever you want to call it. What we thought we were getting involved with, God is like, but I got better for you. I have bigger and I have more effective, and I have something more beautiful, more than you can even imagine. But you got to make sure that your words don't cancel that out before it even manifests. That's why I say words matter. That's why I say words matter because what you say will determine what you see. I kept saying that to you in 2021. And God reminded me so much of something earlier today that had me laughing so much. And mom, I'm going to call you after this. But something God reminded me about last year. He said, remember, you kept saying that you're going to see what you say. So don't be surprised when you start seeing what you say. You said you were going to be an entrepreneur and you were going to be successful and you were going to have this and do that and do this and do that. Why are you trying to be surprised when you actually start seeing what you said? Now, the same thing, if it works for the positive, it also works for the negative. Don't be surprised when you start seeing what you say. Now, if you start saying negative things and you start seeing it, guess what? You said it. You spoke it. Your words matter. You have words. You have power in your words. Word power. So make sure you're saying the right words this year. Tuh. Make sure you're saying the right words this year, because you don't want to cancel out all the beautiful blessings that God has for you. So make sure you're saying the right words, right? So I look forward to sharing. Right now I'm chilling on my couch, sectional. I look for I lo- I look forward to sharing with you. I look forward to sharing with you the beautiful blessing that God has given me. I do look forward to that. I look forward to. Okay, let I really I want to show you, but I'm not ready yet because I got a lot to. I got That's my kitchen over there though. I mean, all of this, none of this looked like any of this before, except for the red cabinets. Okay. The red cabinets still look the same, but there was no dining table. I bought it and put it together. All of this other stuff. I'll show you my upstairs. That's the room is over there. My bedroom is over there, and then the studio suite is over here. Okay. But I'm gonna show y'all because I'm gonna show you. Not right now, because it ain't ready to be shown. It's not ready to be shown yet. But by next Monday it will be. Next Monday it will be. So uh there's going to be so many amazing things that happen this year, and I want you to be a part of all of it. I want you to be a part of all of it. So just make sure that you stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed to Dr. Charity TV, please make sure that you do. If you're not already a part of the fan page, make sure that you are. Just all of it, because we have some wonderful things. I was feeling like I was behind. Because I hadn't started anything yet, with social media and everything. I hadn't logged on and posted or did any of those things because I've been trying to get my environment together. For me, my environment dictates my success. That's to me. I'm not saying that's for everybody. My environment to me dictates my success because I have to be in a free, creative environment, one where I sit down and it's like there's an open heaven of just divine spiritual downloads where God gives me ideas, he gives me sayings, he gives me word, he gives me all of that, all of it. And I can't get that if I'm in a cluttered or dirty or small environment. I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. So I love it. I'm reading the comments on the I love it. But I'm telling you, I felt like I was behind. I felt like I was behind. And God, through the voice of my best friend, told me, he said, "You're not behind. You literally just moved to a new place and you are getting yourself together." So it would be totally different if I wasn't in this transition or coming out of this transition. It would be so different if I was still at my old place and I would be producing. That's different. But right now working on I've been working on my space so that when I do hit the ground running, when I do come to bring you content, that there is no stoppage, but there is a free flow. Because I know that God has something so magnificent and important for you this year. And I want to make sure that you don't miss out on it. Remember, you got to speak what you want to see. And then as you begin to do that, then you just got to sometimes you just be on repeat. Sometimes you have to just keep saying it until you see it. I'm so serious. This place right here, I wasn't even ready for this place. I, woo, woo, I just felt that. Let me tell you, say, hey, Showro, let me tell you something. I was not ready for this place. Okay. I wasn't ready for this place, which is why I wasn't looking for this place. Have you ever been in a situation? My God, now I feel Jesus, and I don't know if I should be feeling him right now. Okay. Feel him right now. Have you ever been in a place and in a situation to where what you desire? you don't feel like you deserve. You know you desire it, but you don't think you deserve it. So since you don't think that you deserve it, you don't think that it's available to you. You don't feel like it's accessible to you. Honey, let me tell you something here in 2022. All the things that I desire and that I think that I do not deserve or that I thought I did not deserve, they're coming in my possession. This business, baby, let me tell you something. Listen, these businesses, because it's not just one. One business is with my Chinese partners, and then the other is a part of what God gave me, my vision. Listen, desire and deserve, getting both of them. Okay, not both of them, both of them. BOFFUM. She said it's always a good time to feel Jesus. Okay, y'all, my sister's up here. Hey, y'all, she looked good. She just looked fine and favored. Kim Taylor McAdams just sitting up here looking fine and favored. Okay, we miss you over here. Let me tell you something. What I desire and what I deserve, y'all better watch out. I said words matter. I said words matter. Now you see, I just spoke it. Now when we see it, when we see it, come back to January 17th, 2022, and say, oh, girl, you said it. At 26 minutes and 17 seconds, you said it. All I'm saying is, what do you want to see this year? What do you want to see this year? Y'all, I already know what my mama want to see, so I'm not even fooling with her right now. Y'all, my mama want to see a son-in-law and some grandkids. We got there needs to be seed time and harvest before we get into all of that. But we already know what she want to see. Let me tell you something. What do you want to see? That's what you need to speak. Today, tomorrow, the next day. Baby, you got to say that thing until you know without a doubt that you are going to see it. Say it until you see it. And then when you see it, share it. Share it with the world. You better work the S's, Jesus. Say, see, share. Share it with the world so that they too can understand why their words matter. So that they too can understand why it is so important to speak what you want to see. Don't speak what you feel. Man, I'm trying to tell you, moving from the northeast where it's freezing cold right now to the south of China, where I'm telling you the weather here is just as schizophrenic as it wants to be. One moment it feels like spring, the next minute it feels like winter, and then the next minute it's back to fall and summer. I'm like, listen, ain't nobody got time for all of this. It reminds me of North Carolina weather, where you experience all four seasons in one day. Hmm. I'm telling you. Thank you. I love it. So I'm in Guangzhou. Oh yeah, it's time for us to have a phone call anyway, honey. That's y'all, that's my sister right there. Say it, see it, share it. Say it, see it, share it. And what I'm telling you, I gotta come back to my mom wrote that thing down. What I desire and what I deserve. What I desire and what I deserve. I told y'all, she's speaking what she wanna see. I told y'all my mom is she's real serious about this son-in-law thing. Father. Hello, son-in-law, whoever you are. Lord, she's serious about this here thing. Listen, this is, I'm telling you, this 2022 is it. You know how like when we especially churchy people, we be like, oh, 22, we got two twos in there, double for your trouble. Well, y'all, I'm not even trying to say that that's what I wasn't thinking that or saying it, but God knew my heart about my apartment. The one that I moved here for did not have what I desired, but I was willing to try something new, to do something different. It wasn't my heart's desire. I wanted a window seat like my beautiful window seats back in my apartment in Dalian. I wanted a window seat, but that other place didn't have it. It had a patio. So here I was on Pinterest trying to figure out how I can make a really dope patio. I was so excited, happy to see it. I went to actually see the patio. Not only was it extra small, but it was dirty. Okay. I'm like, I can clean this patio. And I was like, well, you know what? The only thing that's going to really clean this patio is the blood of Jesus. Okay. This thing is that dirty. And it was super small. So even the ideas and the creativity that I had been planning to implement, they wouldn't be able to fit there. But let me tell you, the apartment that I ended up in, which again, cheaper, cheaper and bigger, it doesn't just have one window seat like my apartment in Dalian. It has two. So when I said churchy, talking about when I say churchy, talking about double for your trouble, say what you want to say. I have a window seat downstairs. I can show y'all what it looked like, but it ain't. It's over there in the dark. Okay, I got a window seat downstairs, and I have a window seat upstairs in my creator suite. What you desire, what you truly, truly desire, because you want to be like, well, God, I really want this, but you don't think that you deserve it. So you begin to settle in your heart and in your mind. Hmm. I love it. She said 2022 a line for breakthrough. Okay. 2022 a line for breakthrough. I'm feeling it. Listen, listen. What you desire, when you feel like you don't deserve it, then you start settling in your heart and in your mind because you're trying to control the level of pain that you anticipate. You're trying to control the level of disappointment that you anticipate will happen if you don't get what your heart really desires. Eh, Because you're like, "Oh, I don't deserve it, so I won't get it." But let me tell, what if you do get it? What if what you desire, God says, "No, you do deserve it. You deserve it." I know that's a gospel song for church, for Jesus, but I'm saying you deserve it. Suppose you deserve it. Suppose this version of you deserves it. The last version of you might not have. Who you were, huh? Karen 1.0, Charity 1.0, Sherelle 1.0, other people watching 1.0. Maybe they didn't deserve it. Maybe 2.0 didn't deserve it. But 3.0, they deserve it. 2.0, maybe they deserve it. And it's not, the point O's aren't based off of your age. It's based on your maturity, and it is based on your transition. It is based on the levels that you go. You go from glory to glory, from faith to faith. You keep going and growing, right? So maybe that person who you used to be didn't deserve it, but who you are now, what you desired even then, and you felt like you weren't going to get it, God is like, oh, okay. But see, you started delighting yourself in the Lord. And I believe in the scriptures. Now, don't ask me which one, because it's a lot of scriptures in that book, okay? But in the scriptures, it said, if you delight yourself in the Lord, he shall give you the desires of your heart. And it says something like that in the Bible. So what you desired before, and you weren't necessarily delighting yourself in the Lord, so you didn't get it because you didn't deserve it then. But that desire was still in there somewhere, even after you started delighting yourself in the Lord. And God is like, oh, what are you going to give you the desires of your heart? Because your heart has adjusted to fit the kingdom, your heart now. Now, if I give it to you, then, oh, I'll get the glory. Oh, well, let me go ahead and give it to you then. Desire and deserve. Huh? Desire and deserve. Huh? I think Matthew 6:33 is it seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Is that 6:33? Matthew 6:33? If not, I just said a whole scripture. If not, I just said a whole scripture. Listen, listen. I'm trying to tell you. It is it. Scholar. No. Y'all pray for me. Listen, let me tell you, there are some big, major, monumental moves that are happening this year. And like I told you, we got to stop playing small. We cannot afford to play small. Don't play small in 2022. I'm not. I'm not. And for me, not play, that's scary. That's scary for anybody. But when I tell you I'm not playing small, I mean I'm not playing small in my thinking. I'm not playing small in my speaking, and I'm not playing small in my doing. I'm not. We can't afford to do that. We can't. We can't afford to. Mm-mm. Nope. My mother said she believes that Psalm 37:4, delight yourself in the Lord and he shall to give you the desires of your heart, something like that. One of those, right? So listen. We can't play small. We can't play small. We can't say small. We can't be small. We can't stay small. We can't do none of that. Anything that rhymes with a, play, say, stay. We can't do none of it. None of it. That was in 2021. 2021, small. 2022, just go big, go be scary. You hear me? Have scary faith. One thing that I was thinking about today when I was getting out of the shower, I said, you know what? The very last live stream I said was that I was going to be I wasn't going to play small anymore. I said I was going to jump out and do some crazy faith things, do some real just make bold moves, y'all. I have made some bold moves, but I kind of dealing with frustration, dealing with frustration in the first 2 weeks of the transitional process. I allowed the frustration to make me doubt whether or not I need to continue playing big. And I said, no, 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 oh no, mm-mm. We said we are making bodacious moves. We are making big, bold, scary moves, and we're still going to do it. Just know that when you do make big, scary faith moves, that there's always going to be something that's trying to pull you back, pull you down. There's always going to be something that's saying, do you really think you can do this? I mean, seriously, do you really think that this is going to work out? And if you hear that, tell whoever it is, whether it's your own fear, whether it's the enemy, whether it's people around you or whatever. Listen, you have to say, listen, I won't know unless I try. I won't know unless I try. I would rather fail knowing that I tried than to fail and not have tried at all. Well, what's the point of either way? You're gonna fail or you're either gonna succeed. Suppose you don't fail. So go out, jump, do it. Just take that huge, scary leap of faith and see what happens. See what happens. And if you have a real relationship with Christ, I mean, a real, authentic, solid relationship with Christ, no matter how high, how hard, how far you leap, He ain't going to let you fall and hurt yourself. He won't do that. He will definitely catch you and be like, "Phew, you out here playing." You out here playing. You almost ate concrete. And I had to, what, what the old song? If he has to reach way down, he'll pick you up. Honey, he had to come in and scoop you up before you kiss the pavement. But just make bodacious moves this year. And remember that no matter what you do, make sure you say the right words. Desire and deserve. I'm so feeling that. I am so feeling that right now. Desire and deserve. Desire and deserve. Desire and deserve. And then see, speak. What I say, see, say, share. You know, whatever it is, say, see, share. Honey, I don't know. She shells by the seashore. I don't know. We got a whole lot of shushing up here, but all I know is just go forth. You owe it to yourself to see what would happen if you just weren't afraid. You owe it to yourself. I owe it to myself. So let's do it. Let's do it. Remember that your words matter. If you haven't heard it at all this year yet, here is your word. Here is your message. Here is your word. Make sure that you say the right words. 2022, a lot is at stake. A lot is at stake. I don't want you to miss out on all that God has for you. I love you guys so much. And the next time you see me on a live stream is going to be in my absolutely unbelievable creator suite. I cannot wait to share this beautiful blessing with you all. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.